So hello, good afternoon fish farmers. So today I just want to show you what is going on around my ponds. You know, this venture of fish farming is a very interesting venture. It's very addictive and of course at the same time very much interesting and of course rewarding. So we cannot just overemphasize the need for fish farming. For me, what I have around here, these are just few experimental ponds, and these are learning, I would call them just I'm just trying to learn on how to go about fish farming from these few ponds. And so far so good. I would say that from the time I started keeping fish, that was in 2018, I've noticed that fish farming is extremely very easy, and it's a program that can be very much rewarding. Yeah, apart from the fact that it keeps me really busy, and of course it takes me away from those bad vices, I would call, maybe going out drinking, clubbing. Yeah, I find most of the time I will just discover that most of the time I'll be around the ponds, and then of course trying to change water, trying to study fish behavior and so on. So for those of you who have been on my channel for some time now, you've noticed that I've quite a good number of ponds. Not a good number of ponds. I have 2 ponds, and these ponds, like the other one, I've further subdivided it into 3 small ponds. Let me just show you. Okay, so where did we end? So these are the small ponds. I've partitioned them into 3 parts. This is where I'm keeping the fingerlings from. So once the fingerlings hatches from this big pond, I'll harvest them, and then these are the ponds where I'm going to put them. And then there are 3, so the smallest ones are in the far end of that small pond. Then those which are a little bit like a month old and so on, they come into the middle pond, and those which are relatively older, they come into this bigger pond here. So my connections are simple. These small ponds here, I don't have any filtration mechanism. As you may know, it's quite difficult to filter water, especially if you are fingerlings there. Those fingerlings are quite tiny when they are just hatched. But what may happen is that filter may actually be filtered into the actual fingerlings. So here what I do is that I just depend on frequent water changes, the regular water changes, like after 4 days I'll change the water. So I'm happy so far. You can see on top there, you can't see any of the fish gasping. All the fish is just down there playing. And in this other one, this smaller pond, I don't know if the camera is able to pick something. You're able to see those tiny hundreds of fingerings. So these are about 2.5 weeks now. Yes. So what I have in these smaller ponds are just I've just improvised. Just an air pump, a simple air pump there, just to direct the water, that's all. So inside there are 2 air pumps, and I have this other one, the smaller one. So I have 2 air pumps there. Yes, just to direct these 3 ponds here. And then to that I also have this smaller solar air pump, just in case power goes. I don't want to risk my fish with water aeration. So we have a small panel there. Anyway, I have a cable there running down there. In this small pond, the other pond, I've just added a tire there. It's a good thing. Fish tends to hide within the tire there. And sometimes fish will be playing. And another important thing with this tire is that what happens is that this tire supports the growth of those small worms, the red worms, which are very good meals for the fish actually. So this is a simple arrangement. That's the one which I'm dealing with currently, and I must admit that so far so good. If you are a fish farmer and you are trying to start small, because by waiting for you to have a lump sum of money, that time may not actually come. So start with a simple arrangement like mine, or even better than this, extremely better than this, just for you to learn. At least that should serve as a learning pond where you'll be able to grow your ideas as you keep fish for some time. So another plant, maybe one thing I forgot to mention is about this plant. This is Zambia, we call it Iwondo. And I didn't know that they can grow this big. But what I've been using to water this Iwondo, I've been using water from the pond. And I've realized that this is a plant which can really grow. Like, look at this stem. It produces a very big stem there. I just had to cut it off. It had become too big. Yes, and it was dropping a lot of leaves into the ponds.